How will robotization affect business? Before we get into how robotization will affect business, we must ask ourselves this. What even is robotization? It's basically electronic machine doing work that a human could do. There are different types of robots. Some of these robots include drones, machines, and even kiosks at restaurants. We deal with robots or AI machines every day without even knowing it. So how does this affect business? We see robots and AI doing their jobs correctly, but at what cost? Is it good for the economy, or will it have negative impacts? Some of the positive impacts of robots allow cleaner environments, faster workflow, and more revenue. But robots do come at a cost. They're costly and require loads of research before put out in the world. One of the articles I read was called Robot Managers, the Future of Work or a Step Too Far. It talks about how even jobs that require human interaction may be easily replaceable with robots. The article talked about a company called Click and how it was able to create their own digital program that tracks things that a human resource employee would be able to collect. Click made an internal operating system that tracks things like billable hours, workflow, and employee attendance, as well as managing recruitment and training. This allowed Click to be able to remove their HR team and focus more on their work. Financially, it made perfect sense, but coworkers weren't able to vent their frustration out to an HR. Click decided to make a learning and culture team to help coworkers get along and feel more needed in the company. This AI they created removed the HR, but it also allowed the company to gain more revenue without it. Another article I read was called, Is a Robot the New Entrepreneur? It puts a spin on the concept that all jobs will be replaced with robots. The author, Sam Madden, made a good point stating automation is nothing new and humans have been using it for years. An example of this is farming. In the 1900s, it would take 50 men to fully plow a field, but now it only takes one man and a tractor. Advancements in technology is just how humans grow as a society. This is why funding for robots have skyrocketed in the past years, and this opens up new jobs for robot creators. Venture capital investment in AI was $587 million in 2015 and is projected to grow to $135 billion in 2019. Even though robots are being highly researched, Madden tells us that odd jobs in the service field are fine and are on the rise. These jobs include mechanics, plumbers, and electricians, so we can rest assured that robots aren't really taking over any field. Robots also open up a new possibility in the field with providing different types of new jobs. In the article, How Artificial Intelligence and Robotics Can Create More Employment Opportunities, it talks about new jobs for robot technicians. A report generated by Gartner suggests that by 2020, AI would generate an estimated 2.3 million jobs. This is because there are so many jobs due to all the different processes in creating a robot. It's not just about maintaining current robots. Smaller businesses may take a hit from this, though. Since robots will be only available to richer companies, smaller companies may not be able to compete with the new competition from their electronic friends. But there is hope for people trying to attain a degree. There are less than 50,000 computer graduates to satisfy the demand in the labor section of technology sector this past year. We may have robots everywhere we go in the future, but this doesn't mean we'll be jobless, and we might actually be working with them. When we think of robots, we think of what society has shown us. We think of massive, human-like machines that are just as capable as us. Obviously, this is completely false, but robots definitely do have their uses for the U.S. Army. The United States of America has been putting massive amounts of money into robotic research and development over the past decade. The U.S. government uses its fiscal policy to fund things they think are worthy of taxpayer money. This has aided in the creation of spy drones. Spy drones fly over enemy areas and recover valuable data for the Army. These robots can be replaced. Humans cannot. War sparks ideas in the business world as well. These spy drones have created breakthroughs with camera drones we see used in movies constantly. These drones may be expensive, but without the aid of the government, we may never have access to purchasing a drone ourselves. We all know and use Amazon daily. They're known for their unbelievably fast 2-day shipping option with their Prime members. It's quite interesting to know that the reason they're able to do this daily is because of robots. We take for granted this 2-day shipping option and get annoyed when other companies require more days for delivery time. The robots are evolving the e-commerce business we know today. We may not realize it, but Amazon is changing how the world does business completely. People have grown impatient with other companies, and this is raising monopolistic competition. eBay is now offering 2-day shipping options through FedEx, and thus raising the standards high for other businesses like Walmart and Jet.com. The JFK 8 Fulfillment Center is one of the reasons of Amazon's success. It's a 24-hour process designed to meet the standards of rapid package delivery the company has. Robots have changed the way we do business as a world, for better and for worse.